Hello, I am Columbia Daily Tribune City Editor Matt Sanders. With me is our city reporter Megan Favignano. So this weekend, like many local people, I took advantage of the warm weather to go out with my wife and daughter on the MKT Trail. Just so happens we have some news about the trail right when its usage is starting to pick back up with the warmer temperatures. You might remember that there was a sewer project that disturbed part of the trail, and last night at the city council meeting there was a brief discussion about plans to restore those parts of the trail that were disturbed. Give us a little preview of what they talked about.
Right, so kind of the trail restoration, as you mentioned, disturbed from those sewer projects, looking at a lot of like Missouri native plants being put in, and they just kind of outline different sections of the trail, kind of what the Parks and Recreation Department is thinking for those different areas. And they've done a little bit of public input the past couple months and got a lot of feedback from people kind of liking that it keeps the trail open but still has those native grasses and such. So some more sunlight kind of coming into the trail. They've received some comments that their plans make it feel more like a park-like atmosphere than maybe it was before. So council seemed to like kind of the plan that was set forth, and Parks and Recreation will be moving forward with that and kind of anticipating they'll be wrapping up all of their work late this fall, but starting it throughout the summer and spring so they can kind of plant those native grasses and things at the optimal moments in the year.
Yeah, so of course the trail is a very important local landmark to a lot of people. Some people even use it to get to work and school, ride their bikes and whatnot. So it's something a lot of people have been watching. You can get more details in a story that Megan is working on for tomorrow's edition. So pick up the Wednesday Tribune if you want to know more about the city's plans for restoring the trail. Some other things that reporters are working on. Roger McKinney later today is going to be covering a town hall meeting on healthcare at the Activity and Recreation Center. A lot of the discussion will probably be about the Affordable Care Act. A lot of the people at the town hall probably are of the mind that they are opposed to repeal of the Affordable Care Act. So we'll hear a little more from them later. Also happening today, the panel that reviews Chapter 100 bond incentives is going to be meeting to talk about the Aurora Organic Dairy Project. Brittany Roos is going to be covering that. Basically, they're going to decide whether or not to recommend to the county commission that the county approve those tax incentives for Aurora to create a milk and butter processing facility here in Columbia. Other things that we're working on today include a meeting of the House Budget Committee in Jefferson City that Rudy Keller is attending. One of the things they're talking about is higher education budget funds. Of course, as we've covered over and over, the budget picture is looking pretty rough for the state in general, and higher education is one of the areas taking a big hit. Of course, at MU, that's even worse than it might otherwise be because they had already seen a large reduction in revenue from lower enrollment. So, of course, those budget cuts are expected to really hit MU pretty hard. So, look for more information on that later today on our website and, of course, in Wednesday's Tribune. As always, you can reach us via our social media accounts, Twitter and Facebook, and by email.